Hello everybody and welcome to The Outdoor Life. My name is Chris Gargolino and today we are going to watch my trailer being stolen out of the Extra Space storage here in Fort Worth, Texas. The video you're about to watch is in 4 pieces and I put it back together the best way that I could. I want to make it perfectly clear that nobody's been charged that I'm aware of, and the information in this video is strictly my opinion of how I think things went down. I'm also going to include some information on GPS trackers and tracking services that you can put in your RV, so that way if it is stolen, you'll be able to know as soon as it is moved and then be able to track it down before it gets too far. I also have the Reolink, which is a all cell. It's a 4G LTE camera. It works all specifically on cell service, does not need Wi-Fi at all, and it has a solar panel for charging. The reviews on both of these will be done here shortly, and I'm going to go ahead and link them down below as soon as they are ready to go. But you ought to go in and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. That way you'll know exactly when I post new reviews on especially things like this that are the security of your investment. All right, so now here we go, on to the video. Okay, up in the top left-hand corner, watch the white car. Here in a second, you're going to see 2 bodies. There goes 1, there goes 2. And the first body goes up to a pickup truck that just pulled in. The second body opens the back door of the white car. This pickup truck is also used to open the gate for the U-Haul to get out. The second body is heading back to the car. They're having a small discussion. The first body is going to head over to the base of the building, presumably to block the sensor, while the first body gets into the front seat of the white car. And now the truck's on its way in. Pay special attention to the fact that the gate is open, but there's also a railroad-style arm on the inside that is still up. This generally drops almost immediately. That's what leads me to believe that somebody's blocking the sensor. Now we're going to switch over to this angle and you'll see the U-Haul that stole the trailer come in as the gate is still open, the arm is still up. And in a few seconds you'll see that that arm drops immediately. See, look how fast that it went down right after that, because nobody's blocking the sensor anymore. My presumption is the first body is now in the white car and off they go. Now be aware that that truck is not done. You will see it open the gate here in a few minutes. Now this is sometime later. I don't have time tracking on the first 2 videos. This time tracking here is a little bit later. It looks like it may be almost 45 minutes to an hour, as the lights are on now. It is a little darker. I was told that they actually started this whole process around 6:30, which is about 30 minutes after Extra Space had closed for the day. Now he's just cruising around just a little bit. My assumption here is that he pretty much knew what he was looking for. The police told me that generally the closest vehicles to the gate are going to be the first pickings. I couldn't tell you why he picked mine over everybody else's. I did have a tongue lock on it. It was a decent one. It wasn't a Fort Knox, but it was a decent one. Also, the stabilizers were down and everything was set up. It was just a pretty difficult kind of a pull out of there. But once they decided that mine was the one that they wanted, they just backed straight up to it. And as you'll see in the video towards the end of this, how they actually linked up to it without even taking the tongue lock off. Mind you, there is a second body. There's one driving and one on the passenger side. He just got out now and going to start wrapping the chain around the hitch. They're not going to spend time on cutting locks or blocks or anything like that if the chains are exposed, especially, and that may be why they picked mine. And you'll see exactly how they do this again at the end of this clip. As you can see, the trailer's going up and down. This is where they're trying to adjust the tension on the chain. Make sure that they can actually get it. They're just walking around like it's a casual day at the office. I just don't get it. Now, we all know that these aren't the brightest light bulb on the tree, but with all the stuff that they did to try to get all of the leveling gear up, they forgot one thing. They forgot the tongue jack on this rig, which they more than likely destroyed. Watch the concrete as this comes back around, as well as the asphalt. You'll see a great big loop and then a great big gouge just put right there in the concrete. I can't believe they didn't even take the time to pull it up. Now we're back to the pickup truck, who is at the gate. The pickup truck, you just sat there waiting, and then the gate is still open. Now the pickup truck is heading out, and look what's right behind it, the U-Haul with my trailer. I can only presume, too, that somebody is on the other side holding the sensor to keep that railroad-style arm open as they take off through the gate and leave.
All right. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at how my trailer was stolen. I'm going to go ahead and back my truck up to here, and I'm going to just go through the whole process that I saw in the video camera and the lessons that I learned about how this was done. So let's take a look at that. Now, you're going to see me use my electric jack. Just remember, even if you yank the batteries out of your RV, as soon as they plug the 7-pin into the tow vehicle, they have juice. So that doesn't matter. Even if they didn't have juice, these things are pretty standard. There's a manual override in it that they can just drop it. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how it was done. And I'm going to leave this lock on here because it's not necessary to take off for this video. So let's watch this. First thing you're going to do is lower it below the ball. Now they're going to back the truck up. All right, now they're going to raise it back up. Right to there. As you can tell by looking at this, no tongue jack lock, even the box that I have, would stop this if the chains were out. All right, now I have the chains wrapped around there. Remember, these chains are designed to support this whole rig. So we're gonna drop this down and watch what happens. All right, it's completely off the ground. The chains are supporting it. Now I'm not going to drive 1,000 miles this way, but this will easily get me out the gate, around the corner into a vacant lot somewhere where I can spend some time maybe with a cutoff saw or something like that and pull the lock that you have on there off and the lock that's on here off as well, and then hitch it up properly and then leave. So it's just that simple. It's just that easy. You've got to lock those chains.
All right, now I'm going to show you a quick demonstration on exactly how to do that using a Fort Knox lockbox.
All right, now let's take a look at how this Fort Knox lockbox works. So we'll pull the puck out. We'll prepare the first chain, and it is kind of a pain, and occasionally I drop them and have to start over. But you see I'm twisting it up, and I'm twisting it up so that there's not very much slack on the bottom at all. So I'm going to set that in there. I'm going to put in the first chain. Now the second one. And like I said, it's kind of a pain, but had I done this before on my other trailer, I probably still have it. And while I was insured and I got all my trailer back, I didn't get all my stuff. Okay, so now that's on there. The box is sandwiched together. We don't have very much chain to hook to here. We're going to take the puck, we're going to push it into the side, and then we're going to push the lock shut. So it goes in, lock is shut. That's how the Fort Knox box works.